Hi, my name is Tara Lambert-Kalajian, and I wanted to share with you the story behind Tara's ozone oil. So I am a certified nutritional consultant since 2003, and I owned my own nutrition clinic for 14 years, and that clinic still exists. It's called Nutritional Wellness Center, and it's in upstate New York, in Ithaca, New York. And I have quite a story. I have quite a health story of my own and how my nutrition clinic started, and then how that developed into learning about ozone and finding ozone oil. You know, it's actually pretty selfish because I discovered all of the nutritional techniques that I learned, and I discovered about ozone oil really in an effort to help myself and to heal my own body of all kinds of health issues. And then I discovered along the way that I had a knack for this, that I was gifted and talented when it comes to helping other people with their health. And I have been able to help thousands of my clients regain optimal health. And I stumbled across this amazing product, ozone oil, about a year or more ago, and I was using it just for myself. I had no intention of selling this product or making it available to others, but as I started to share it with family members and friends, they were so ecstatic about it, and their results with it were so fantastic, and their comments about it was so amazing, and the way that it was helping me was so significant, that I started to very slowly and gradually share it with people, and it's turned into a whole thing. So let me share a little bit of that background. So my own health issues, they started when I was young. Most of my life, I remember having aches and pains throughout my body, specifically in my joints. I had digestive issues, and I had headaches, and I had low energy. And then by the time I was in my 20s and then in my 30s, I had really become pretty much non-functional. I was exhausted all the time, and I just had this chronic pain, specifically in my joints, but everywhere in my body. And I just generally felt unwell. And I had gone to doctor after doctor after doctor, spent thousands of dollars, and really traveled the world looking for solutions, and I wasn't finding any solutions. I was told that I had autoimmune types of issues, that I had fibromyalgia, that I had chronic fatigue. I was told I probably had lupus, that I probably had rheumatoid arthritis, and a whole lot of other things like celiac disease. I had acne, I had headaches, I had migraines, I had hormonal imbalances. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's just outrageous. And so in an effort to find real solutions, I did find nutritional therapy. And I discovered that a very individualized, very personalized whole food nutritional supplement protocol, along with very specific herbs and a very clean diet, organic foods, and a very clean lifestyle, handled about 90% of my health issues. So I was doing great for a long time, and I was very happily running my clinic and helping thousands of people obtain optimal health themselves. And then basically I woke up one morning and my thyroid had swollen up, and I was in extreme pain, and that began a downward spiral in my health that was absolutely devastating. It took me quite a while to find out what happened and to find some real solutions, but thank God I did, and that's where ozone comes in. So to make a long story short, what was discovered was that I had actually been harboring an infection in my jaw for about 36 years. So when I was around 8 or 9 years old, I had broken my front teeth in a bicycle accident, and those two teeth had been root canaled. And what we didn't discover until very recently is that I actually had abscessed root canals for about 36 years. So my immune system was chronically, constantly fighting off those infections. And then on top of that, in my early 20s, I wound up being exposed and contracting Epstein-Barr virus, which isn't that uncommon, but my body was already fighting chronic infections. So I had a chronic active Epstein-Barr virus happening in my body for over 20 years. So my immune system was fighting off all of these infections. And then I was exposed to some toxins. And that was basically like the straw that broke the camel's back, and my body just couldn't handle that level of toxins, along with the co-infections, the infections, and the co-infections that it was battling. And I had a situation that was very similar to what Lyme's patients are dealing with. So they have main infections, and then they have co-infections, and then all of that winds up damaging the mitochondria in the cell, which produces extreme fatigue and extreme pain. And so what is mitochondria? So a mitochondria is a little organelle. It's teeny tiny, and it's inside every single cell of your body. And this tiny little organelle, this mitochondria, is responsible for producing all of your energy. So all the energy that you have to get through the day, and all the energy that all the organs and glands and cells and all the functions in your body need in order to function properly, it's all dependent on your mitochondria being able to produce ATP. Well, when you've been chronically ill for a long period of time, or you're aging, so in your later years in life, those mitochondria don't function so well, so you have mitochondrial dysfunction, and that's exactly what happened to me. And one of the things that occurs is that you could be breathing in oxygen, but you're not actually utilizing the oxygen. And that is where ozone comes in, and that's how I discovered ozone therapy. So I did a lot of research, and I went to some pretty amazing doctors, and I did ozone therapy. So what the heck is ozone? Ozone is supercharged oxygen. So we all know that we can't live without oxygen, that it's the, it's the most basic molecule that we need in order to live and survive. So oxygen is a molecule, and it contains 2 atoms of oxygen. Ozone is also a molecule, but it contains 3 atoms of oxygen. So it is literally oxygen supercharged. It's superpowered oxygen. And this is created naturally in nature when there's a thunderstorm, for instance. You smell it when you're at the ocean, and you smell the water from the ocean in the air, and you smell it in the spring when it rains and you have that fresh spring smell on the grass. You're smelling ozone. So it's electrified oxygen. So it is, we're able to produce it through science in an ozone generator, and the better the quality generator, the better the quality of the ozone, so it's called medical grade ozone. And then you're able to do ozone therapy for all kinds of things. What I did it for was actually to handle the infections that my body was dealing with, and very specifically, I used it to get the oxygen into my mitochondria, into my cells and into the mitochondria, so that they could function properly, and then they could produce energy. And it worked beautifully. And so during my my ozone therapy and during my research, I discovered ozone oil. And so one of the most successful ways to use ozone is to bubble it, ozone, medical grade. So it's medical grade oxygen that goes through an ozone generator and then bubbles into olive oil. So this is organic, extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed. And so it's the most pure, high quality olive oil that you can find. And then this medical grade ozone is bubbled into the olive oil for 3 weeks straight. So that's 24/7 for 3 weeks straight. So it totally saturates this olive oil with ozone. And so we bubble it into the olive oil until you literally can't get any more ozone in there. So it's fully saturated is what it's called. And then you take that olive oil, which now is just a carrier of ozone, and you put it on your skin. And it does a million things. So I'm not a medical doctor, and I'm not suggesting that you use this for medical reasons. I'm literally just giving you antidotes of what people have told me it's worked for. Now, for me, what it did was it cleared up acne. So there's some before and after acne pictures. So with all the health issues that I was dealing with, I had quite a bit of hormonal imbalance and some quite a bit of toxicity. And so as I was straightening that out, I began to develop quite a lot of severe acne. And I tried lots and lots of treatments. And of course, I wanted to do things naturally. So I tried the ozone oil and it cleared it up in 9 days. Now, I don't know about you, but if any of you have dealt with acne, it can take weeks and sometimes it can take months to clear up your acne. And this cleared up in 9 days, so I was just absolutely stunned. And there are before and after pictures that you can check out on my website. And so that's one of the things it helped me with. It completely cleared up my blackheads, which I absolutely was not expecting, but it did, and I'm not complaining. That's just a wonderful benefit of this oil. You know, blackheads it's dried, it's like skin cells and sebum and bacteria, and it just cleaned all that right up for me. And then I had very dark circles under my eyes because I was ill for so long, and it brightened that right up. And I'm in my mid-40s, you know, I have aging, and with all the health issues that I had just recently been through, and I'm doing great, by the way, it brightened up my skin and it tightened my skin. I didn't expect any of these things. Like, I mean, literally, a veterinarian, one of my very dear friends, a doctor of veterinarian medicine, is the one who handed me a jar of some ozone oil and said, here, try this. And she was using it. She uses it for her in her practice on her animals. And it was just one of the most mind-blowing things that I had ever used. So I did a lot of research. I researched what kinds of oils to use. I researched what kind of generator to use, what kind of oxygen to use, how to make sure it is the most saturated, the most pure, saturated, fully ozonated oil possible. And I tried a lot and I did a lot, and I came up with Tara's ozone oil, and I'm super proud of it and super excited. And I started giving it to my family members and to my friends. And like I said, honestly, it was selfish because I really created it for myself, and then I realized that it was such a great product and that it was benefiting people, and that's how it all came about. So I want to share with you some of the testimonials that people have shared with me so that you have an idea of what kind of skin issues this can help with. The feedback that I've been given, and this is all unsolicited feedback. This is feedback that people have given me, and testimonials that they have given me without me even asking for them. And it's helping people with psoriasis. Oh, it helped me with psoriasis. I had a patch in my hair. Psoriasis, eczema, acne, scars, what else? Surgical wounds and scars, rashes, weird rashes that people don't even know what it is, just weird things on people's faces, the youthfulness of the skin, the brightness of the skin. I like to say it's like it just like brightens you up from the inside out like a light bulb. You just glow naturally from the inside out like a light was lit under your skin. It's helping people with dandruff. It's helping people with, gosh, I mean, I'm going blank because there's so many things. So why don't I just read them to you? Okay, so some of the things that people have written to me are, hi Tara, my hands are better. What a difference with your ozone oil. It's a miracle. The redness is gone. It's unbelievable. I'm thrilled. My hands are so soft. Wow. Tara's ozone oil is a fantastic product. Last night I put it on my face and hands, and this morning the red spots on my hands almost disappeared. I am thrilled about such a quick result. Tara, you are a beautiful, bright, creative, loving person. Your ozone oil is a success. I love you. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. That was from Sierra. And then another testimonial is, my husband thinks your oil is magic. His words. He wants his own jar. When can I order a second one? He has some sort of eczema that gets worse in the winter. It was literally magic for him. The white inflamed patches on his face turned to skin color. It worked on the first application, and it took 30 seconds, no joke. And his skin stayed healthy after just one application. Great work, Tara. I tell all my friends about you. I'm using it every day. And that was from Barbara. The next one is, yo. So I used the ozone oil on my face last night, and also on a rash I have had that I haven't been able to identify. And it helped. It's awesome. I could definitely see and feel a difference in just one use. which is amazing. I think it's awesome. And that's from Erica. The next one says, oh my God, I received it and I opened the box and flew right into heaven. What beautiful fabric. Wow, wow, wow. I adore quality fabrics. Thanks. It was an extremely pretty package, like Xmas or my birthday. And that's because I pack everything in scraps from my husband's fashion business. And it's all fabrics from New York Fashion Week, from fashions that literally walk down, walk in shows, in fashion shows in New York Fashion Week. Okay, the next one is when I opened the box, all of this fabric sprung out at me like a little surprise, which made it extra special. I'm so happy not to see peanuts on plastic and bubble wrap. The oil, I think is awesome. It smells like rain, like after a rainstorm in the spring. This is really good. It smells like a spring day. And that was from Jai. Next one is, I got mine and I love it already. My face feels younger and plumped out and smoother, and it's great. I've used Tara's Ozone Oil for a few days now and I'm loving it. My lips are feeling plumped out. My face is feeling smoother. I already love it and know it's going to help me. Thank you for creating this product. And that was from Sharon. And last one I'll read for now. There's tons of them, but for now I'll read this last one. This one says, crazy. I keep opening the jar and deep breathing your ozone oil. I crave it. Yay, my face is softer after just one day of using it. I love how my skin feels, softer than lotions. I keep feeling my face. It's so soft. Thank you. I'll have the sexiest 78-year-old complexion of all. I love that one. Especially since my tagline is science is the new sexy, glow from the inside out. So I hope that you enjoy Tara's Ozone Oil. It was quite a story for myself. This has been quite a process for myself of discovering it and then figuring out how to make the absolute most potent, most saturated, most powerful ozone oil on the market. And I am very proud of it and I am very glad to share it with you. So I hope that you enjoy it and glow from the inside out.